What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Macho Movie Madness.
Oh, yeah.
I'm your host, Brandon. Alongside me always is Chris and Andrew.
Hello.
Hey.
And today we decided to do something a little different than instead of doing a movie franchise. We're actually going to talk a little bit about movies that are overrated, in a sense. What we believe are overrated.
Yeah.
Movies that were successful, either widely or are praised, and we just don't understand why.
Yeah.
Or, we didn't like them as much. There's all kinds of them out there too. And I mean, most of this is opinion. Right. I mean, obviously.
It's all
opinion, except for mine. Mine are straight facts.
Yeah.
Mine are, I always speak straight fact. That's how it is. That's how it is. And I don't know, there's a bunch of them. I'd say, for me, just to kick this off, I think for me, honestly, one of the biggest, most overrated films of all time is Avatar.
Yeah, agreed.
I don't understand. I mean, I love James Cameron.
Right.
Yeah.
The CGI was pretty decent at the time.
Oh, yeah, it was. It was pretty. It was a really pretty movie.
But I just... Damn, it was just...
That's about it.
It was Dances with Wolves.
Yeah, or Fern Gully.
Fern Gully, whatever, yeah.
Whichever way you want to look at it. But yeah, it's Dances
It's one of those. It's just one of those movies that get way too much money, and people are just sitting around waiting for...
Well, and he says that he's going to do how many more?
Like 3 or 4
Yeah,
of them.
3 or 4 or 5 of them.
And the time's already up.
Jimmy, just put it up.
Oh, yeah, time's up. He's
away.
one slated for next year, I think, isn't the second one? It's finally slated for next year,
I hope not.
supposedly. Like, man, you're 5 years too late.
I don't care.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the whole time I was watching, I was like, man, this is pretty, and I just couldn't give a shit less.
No, I can't. I still to this day have not watched it through a second time.
Really? I've watched it twice.
No, I've watched
it. It was on TV once.
Well,
I watched it when it first came out.
I started to watch some of it. It was like halfway through, and even then, I was just like, nah, I can't.
Yeah.
It doesn't interest me enough.
The plot's really thin. Sam Worthington is really wooden.
Yeah.
He is.
Yep.
No amount of, and I like a lot of the actors in it, but no amount of star power,
right,
to me, can make up for the fact that the movie's just
a bore.
Well, yeah, it's just a pretty sci-fi. That's it.
Yeah.
You've just made a pretty film, and you've masked it over this shit pile of a plot.
Yep.
And as much as I love James Cameron, you've got that and massive marketing, just because it was so pretty at the time, and this big CGI breakthrough, I guess.
Yeah. That
you've made millions and millions of dollars. But, like we said, the time is over. The time for sequels is over.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't think, and every now and then to this day, I'll get random people, well, when are they supposed to make a second Avatar? Weren't they supposed to do that? Why would you even care at this point?
It's too late.
Why would you care at all, even when it was hot?
Well, maybe they just thought that they missed it.
Well, they think.
But
that's the whole point of this. Like, there's people that love this shit, just the sound of the shit.
Yeah.
But it ain't good.
Well, I mean, that's a lot of... I think there's a lot of people that watch stuff, or they like stuff just because it was popular.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of that stuff. I think there's a lot
I think
of
it happens all the time.
I think there's a lot of music, too. Music, movies, everything like that.
Yeah, just
TV
popular.
shows. I think there's gobs of stuff that people just like because it's popular.
Right.
Game of Thrones is one of the biggest ones right now that is, and Walking Dead. They're two of the.
They get caught up in water cooler conversation.
Yeah.
And they don't realize how convoluted some things are.
Yeah.
I was
Sons of Anarchy.
I was going to say Big Bang Theory.
Well, Big Bang Theory.
It's
but
garbage. It's absolute garbage.
Oh no, I don't think it's garbage.
It is laugh track after laugh track after laugh track. There is not an actual funny joke on that show.
No, there's funny parts on it.
Watch it without a laugh track.
Yeah.
I think there's funny parts on the show. It's just you can't go past a few seasons without it getting stale.
I challenged a guy at work to this too. I said, if you can tell me a joke from that show and make me laugh, I will totally admit that it's actually funny.
Well, it's a sitcom. They're not.
That's what it is.
Sitcoms
should have died in the 90s.
Well,
You know what I mean?
No, I mean I get that.
They were good then.
Yeah, I get that. I think it's better than some, and there are some funny parts, but it's a sitcom. It's not like not like a different kind of show or comedy show where you can remember. Hey, you remember that one time where, you know, like it's still not as good or as classic as something like a Simpsons episode would be, or Family Guy would be, or like an old episode of Seinfeld and shit like that. Frasier had some funny parts. Cheers had great parts.
Yeah.
It's just not, I think Big Bang Theory is probably the biggest sitcom since those days. Other than that, it's not really been since the days of, and Last Man Standing did pretty well before it was taken off.
Yeah.
And now it's coming back.
I didn't much care for it either.
It was okay.
It was all right.
I liked Home Improvement way better.
Oh my God.
Home Improvement was awesome. Anyway, I kind of get what you're saying though.
Yeah.
I do.
Well, that's just one. I mean,
but the popularity of things,
we're airing our grievances.
We are, but the point's still the same.
Hate it.
There's things that are trends, and there's things that are there's things that are popular because they're actually good, and there's things that are popular because they're trendy.
Yeah.
And I think that's where a lot of these films fall in line. Is just, it made a bunch of money because people talked about it, and word of mouth.
I think that's what happened with Avatar.
I think so too, and I don't think that Game of Thrones is necessarily a bad show.
Oh no,
but I do think it is. I think it's a mess in places.
It is,
and I do think that it is overrated.
Yeah.
And Walking Dead hasn't been good since the first few seasons.
I agree.
Like really good. There's been good parts.
I think what was it? The fourth season,
right after the prison or the end of the prison.
Yeah. I like that. I like that.
Well, there's been good parts here and there all the way up until recently, but it's really tailed off because one, there's only so much you can do, and you can't hold people's attention.
No,
I mean, there's only so long you can do it.
Yeah. Talking about the good in things, Stephen Lang in this I really liked.
Yeah.
The army guy.
I like him just about everything.
There was a rumor at one time that Michael Biehn was going to play that role. But Jim Cameron didn't want to cast him and Sigourney Weaver in the same movie again after Alien. They draw comparisons.
They should have done it.
Yeah, it would have been awesome.
Everybody's drawing comparisons
with aliens,
with everything else. Aliens. They're drawing comparisons from plot. We are.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. I think it's completely overrated. I think it was all word of mouth.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I mean,
it was hyped before it even.
It made its money. Our opinion doesn't matter, but it is overrated.
Yeah, well, it was the highest grossing movie for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Another one that really caught on when it first came out, just that it kind of resurged the found footage or whatever film was Paranormal Activity.
Yes,
it's that similar style anyway.
And that is like one of my. That's one. Like, there's certain things that I just can't wrap my head around.
Yeah,
I can't understand.
Blair Witch was the same way.
Yeah, Blair Witch was the same way. But Paranormal Activity, I just don't. I don't get it. I mean, I don't like jump scare movies anyway to begin with. But this wasn't even that big of a jump scare movie. It was just stupid.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it, so you guys are going to have to talk about it.
I mean, it's bad.
There's nothing really much to talk about. It's
really,
you sit around
really
for an hour and a half.
And that's why I haven't seen it.
It just starts off with a character who's obsessed with recording stuff, and they have a camera, and then all of a sudden something paranormal happens or something weird happens, and they decide to put shit up to try and catch it.
Yeah.
And then it's just basically the movie events is basically several days or weeks or whatever of them just living their life, and it's showing random stuff happening here and there that are small. Most of the time it doesn't show anything. You're fixated on it because you're trying to look for stuff to happen.
You're waiting for little things to happen.
And then something finally does happen. Then it escalates. And like the last 5 minutes is when it escalates. That's it. And sometimes it's not, and most of the time it's the dumbest shit ever. And then after the first one, you realized I've been duped this whole hour and a half.
Yep.
Like this is just weird shit that happened. All of a sudden the girl's possessed and she kills her husband and then she's fucking gone.
Yeah.
And, that's it.
Yeah.
And then the second one, you're like, okay, we'll see where this goes because I want to see what happened to this girl. And then you're like, same thing happened again. And then
I never watched.
She kills like the rest of the family, or then steals a baby. It's like, you know what? I just got done with it after that. And even then, I didn't understand all the craze.
Yeah.
Because there was people who loved them.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's enough,
it was
enough
huge.
to bring out,
a huge
what,
deal.
4, 5, 6 of them?
Yeah. Yeah, it was a huge deal.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand
I don't even know why they made a second Blair Witch, and it flopped. And they had the gall to come out with another one here recently.
I think they made 3.
They did. They did.
And
come out last year.
They were all garbage.
Oh, all of them. All of them were just flat out
I couldn't
garbage.
watch it.
The original Blair Witch?
Yeah, I tried, and I couldn't. It was too shaky.
Garbage.
It made me sick.
I'll be honest, there are some scenes in it I like.
Really?
Yeah.
I couldn't watch it. I tried, and I don't usually get motion sick. Mm-hmm. But some of that was just really bad.
The scene where they're in the tent and they can hear the children laughing and banging on their tent and stuff, that was pretty cool. Yeah. And of course the last scene's really, really creepy.
But yeah, it was creepy.
Yeah.
It was just, the crazes.
I remember
it's good with marketing.
I remember when that first came out and everybody was going around saying that it was real.
Yeah.
Like, what? And another thing, and this is a little off topic, but another thing that pisses me off is whenever they say based on a true story, like The Strangers, based on a true story, none of that is true. The couple, that couple was real.
Yeah.
They went missing.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah.
That was they were supposed to go on a vacation together,
mm-hmm.
and they went on the vacation and they went missing.
Yeah.
They might have fucking just left the country.
Never know.
You don't know that.
Well, probably did, but you never know.
Yeah, but
something like that happening,
none of that's true.
It's just a way to turn shit around and make something out of it.
Oh yeah.
I guess they said something about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre being loosely based off of something too.
Yeah, it was based
was that the
off
Gein
of
stuff?
Ed Gein.
Ed Gein stuff, yeah.
Yeah. And actually my mom for like a month lived the county over from where that happened.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you just blow things, that you make it more theatrical, and that's how.
That's how. Well, I mean, he made masks out of people's skin that he murdered.
Yeah.
So I mean, but I don't think he did it with a chainsaw.
No.
I think he just killed them and then.
I didn't know it. I thought he was the one that. I thought Gein was the one that did the clown masks. Didn't he wear the clown makeup?
Yeah, but he made the masks too.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
I thought he just did the clown makeup. I thought he was just a clown.
No, I'm pretty sure he did both.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I thought he was.
Unless I'm thinking of two different ones, but I think he did both.
I'm pretty sure Gein was just the clown. I don't know. Maybe you might be right though.
I don't know.
I'll have to look that up.
I don't know.
Either way,
I'm not big on. I mean, I'm not that big on serial killers.
I worked with a girl one time that collected serial killer trading cards.
Really? She had the Zodiac?
Probably.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they don't have a picture of him.
Ted Cruz.
I knew you were going to say that.
I had to.
Can I throw one out? Because I think I've heard you guys say that you hate it, and I actually like it.
What's that?
Castaway.
I hate it. I hate it.
I don't hate it, but
I do. I like. There's not many movies that I can sleep through, and I can sleep almost entirely.
But you don't like Forrest Gump either, do you?
No, I don't.
See, I love Forrest Gump.
That's another. Yeah. I think Forrest Gump, and it's not. Let me retract that a little bit. It's not that I don't like Forrest Gump. I like Forrest Gump.
Okay.
I think Forrest Gump is highly overrated.
I think it found a niche crowd that almost.
But it's not. It's everybody.
Is it everybody?
It's everybody.
I don't know. It's pretty good.
You find me 5 people that will say that they don't like Forrest Gump.
My dad, who's a Western fan, says, which makes this funnier, says Forrest Gump is the best movie he's ever seen.
Yeah.
Really?
Everybody I know loves Forrest Gump.
I can't say it's my favorite movie or anything, but I actually do find it enjoyable, and I have watched it several times over.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've had to.
No.
Because in school, the teachers don't want to work, so they made you watch Forrest Gump 5, 6, 7 times a year.
Yeah.
But what didn't you like about Castaway?
It's just boring.
It was
it's boring.
I thought it was good the first time around, and then I tried to watch it again after, man, I just don't know if I can do this again.
I just like the thought of being alone on a desert island.
That sounds nice.
I don't think that sounds
Did
nice.
Did they show him masturbating at all?
No.
Wasn't real.
Not realistic.
Wasn't real.
Not realistic.
Wasn't real. Yeah. Now I got another
bugaboo against it. 12 times a day, baby.
Not with all that sand. Can you imagine?
Till you die.
I'd do it till I die. Don't
Yeah, just do it. Yeah, do it so
like
much.
Nobody there to watch you.
Yeah,
that's what I do when I think a ghost is watching me.
Yeah,
you just fucking whip it out and start jerking it.
Yeah,
Ain't no ghost gonna watch you.
Yeah, no, ain't no.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, ghost gonna leave you alone.
You know what I mean?
This house is no longer haunted.
Yeah, they're gonna be like, God damn it, man!
Yeah.
Come on,
again,
son of a bitch!
God. Show you some paranormal activity.
Yeah, you know how you get that
I can't even be in here for 5 fucking minutes to try and haunt you.
Yeah, you get that feeling when you get a feeling that somebody's watching you.
Yeah,
just whip it out and start jerking it.
Whipping out. Yeah.
And just stare in whatever corner you think it is and just stare.
I'll stare in all the corners. And just look crazy.
Yeah.
Just look wild and crazy.
Come at me, ghost.
Yeah. You
come at me. Come on, man.
Yeah. Who's coming?
Trying to haunt you, man.
Yeah, come on, man. Anyway.
I'm trying to educate the people, how to get rid of ghosts.
Dude, I do agree.
Jerk it.
I don't know. I do agree that there are a lot of people who just like shit. Never Back Down was one of those too.
Oh, it was.
I thought it was super overrated.
That was huge too.
It was so
I
big.
remember when it came out.
History of Violence. I think that was overrated.
See,
as fuck.
I love History of Violence.
I think American History X was overrated as fuck.
I love American History X too, but I will agree it was.
I do
overrated.
think that's overrated. Yeah,
because there's a lot of people I know for a fact they didn't like it.
Yeah,
because it's pretty artsy.
It is. It's very artsy,
and I like it.
Yeah,
but I know a lot of people that say they like it, but I know they don't because they hate that kind of shit. They hate artsy stuff.
I don't. I don't. For the most part, I do.
Yeah.
It depends on what it is.
Yeah.
I really do.
I love, I won't say I love it. I like it. But I will agree. I think it is a little overrated. I think there's a lot more people say they like it than they actually do. But I mean, really, we could.
That was one of the most. That was one of the most popular stolen movies. Like, that was one of the most stolen movies. That and Never Back Down.
Really? Well, I'd say the American History X, probably people don't want other people seeing them rent a movie with a swastika on the cover.
Yeah, but the same people will turn around and go rent porn, from the back rooms.
Well, yeah.
Which I don't have porn in my back room.
If it's a back room,
Well, yeah.
I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's still weird if it's in a small town and you have the clerk knowing who you are and shit.
Yeah, it is.
Just get that on the internet for free.
Yeah.
Just get it on the internet.
Yeah. I think my biggest one is probably Titanic.
Really?
I think it is
another James Cameron movie.
The most overrated. I mean, Avatar is up there.
I think Avatar's worse.
But
I think Avatar's far worse. Because I know more people that don't like Titanic.
Before Avatar, it was Titanic.
Yeah, I think I've always heard more people hate Titanic than Avatar. I don't know too many people who just absolutely hated Avatar.
Really?
I cannot stand it anymore.
I don't know that many people that didn't like Titanic. I think everybody.
I like Titanic.
I think it's okay.
I think everybody liked Titanic, and I just it's way overrated.
Yeah, it's too long for me to watch again.
Yeah,
it's about the best Kate Winslet's ever looked.
Well,
too.
I mean that.
Just saying. Anyway, no, it is. I like Titanic. I think it's fine. I've watched it several times. I don't think it's amazing by any stretch, but I think it's
huge plot hole.
What's that?
The old lady throwing.
Oh,
the diamond in the ocean.
Yeah, not making any sense.
That makes zero sense.
I mean, she's not letting them up on the door. That's a big. That's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem.
Well, they try. See, everybody talks about that. Everybody talks about how she wouldn't let him up on the door. Like there was enough room for both of them.
Well, it's not like
he tried to get on, and it flipped. Like it flipped her off.
That's because she wasn't using proper momentum.
So he put her back up there, and he was holding it stable for her.
Yeah. I think there was more room. I think they could have just.
There probably
actually
was.
Weight and momentum, but
yeah,
whatever.
I think
they weren't using their brains. They were cold and scared.
Old Jimmy just needed a reason to kill off the hero.
Guarantee it.
And so,
because it's more depressing, dude. Yeah. It's more powerful if a hunk like Leonardo DiCaprio dies.
Yeah. Can you imagine if like M. Night Shyamalan had done this film and there had been a twist at the end where the ship's going down and Megalodon comes up and eats it?
Oh, now if it's got Megalodon, I'd watch it. Okay. Yeah. Actually, have you seen? There's a new movie. What is that called?
Meg.
Meg.
Yeah.
I want to see.
No, it's the Meg. It should be called Meg.
Yeah, it's the Meg. It should be Meg, and it should be this huge lead up to the shark, and then all of a sudden, Meg from Family Guy jumps out.
Meg Ryan. Meg Ryan.
Oh yeah, Meg Ryan. That'd be good
with
too.
her destroyed face from plastic surgery.
Yeah, or Megatron.
Yeah, Megatron.
Or Megatron.
Megatron would be awesome. Damn,
man, that'd be awesome.
The T-Rex from Beast Wars, Megatron.
Ooh, yeah.
See, I can make some movies, Hollywood. You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
Anyway, yeah, that's my biggest one. My two biggest ones, Avatar and Titanic.
Overrated,
which is crazy because James Cameron, I love almost everything he's done.
Yeah.
But I also think two of the biggest movies that he's made.
I think his career peaked from the beginning and kind of
exactly.
Other than maybe True Lies, which was.
I think True Lies was the ending point for the most part. I mean, for something that just because True Lies is awesome to me. I don't think enough people talk about it. Maybe back in the day they did. I don't know, but
I think
True Lies is fucking good.
I really like The Abyss. We need to talk about that in the hat sometime.
Yeah. The Abyss was good.
But yeah, I agree with you. I think he peaked at the beginning. I think he had his best ideas then, and then he slowly just got lazy. I think maybe, I don't know.
I think personally, and I've said this a bunch of times before, but I think that a lot of the Nolan-verse Batman movies are overrated as shit.
Yeah,
I really do.
Well, I think the last one is.
Yeah.
I think the first two are pretty amazing.
I think the second one's a really good movie.
I think the first,
but I do think the trilogy on the whole is overrated as shit.
Yeah,
because I really do. And only in a sense that I would accept them as good movies because I think they're good movies. Well, not the last one, but the first two. But everyone just walks around like it's the be all end all of Batman, and I understand that's your opinion. It's fine, but my opinion is it's not. It's not anything. It's not. It's better than the last two, so you got such a sour taste in your mouth from the last two Schumacher films that it's fucked your opinion. And some people don't like the Tim Burton movies, and I think they're nuts. Yeah. But
well, you gotta think too.
But the timing of these movies, you've got a different audience.
I was about to say, you gotta think that's if people that were alive for Batman 66, they think. Those of us that think the Burton movies are the
cream of the crop,
the cream of the crop, they think we're stupid.
Maybe
Batman 66 is where it's at, man.
Maybe,
you know what I mean?
Maybe.
I know old people that just if you're watching the newer Batman movies, you don't know what good movies are. Batman 66, it was campy, it was fun, it was full of color, it was was everything a kid's movie should be.
That's a very small minority of old people.
I'm just saying.
I know, but I understand you have your crowd of people who grew up with a certain thing. But there are people who didn't grow up with that who say that Nolan did it perfect.
Yeah.
And I think I think there's an overabundance of people who don't know Batman and don't give a shit. It's mostly casuals.
That
they're just like, this is the best shit.
That was going to be my next point. Is the Nolan verse is the absolute best way for non-comic book fans to enjoy Batman.
They just don't.
It's
because they haven't had anything else yet. Obviously.
Well, I don't think there's ever going to be a better version of Batman for casuals.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't think there will be.
I don't know. We got a lot of life left. You never know.
I'm a casual, and I love The Dark Knight.
That's Every casual loves The Dark Knight.
Filthy casual. The filthy casual.
As far as action movies go, as far as superhero movies go, it is pretty fucking amazing. The whole series as a whole.
Action movie wise, not superhero wise.
Even probably. The third one is still pretty friggin' decent compared to others.
Nah. No, it's not. Not really. It's bad.
It wasn't my favorite, but I can see where you're coming from.
It ain't Schumacher bad, but it's bad.
Oh yeah, it ain't even.
But you can. I wouldn't even count those. I would toss it aside. It's bad.
I would put it over several of Marvel's.
Ooh, I don't know, dude.
Oh, I would.
Dude, they're all bad. Like, most of Marvel movies in hindsight are bad. Most Marvel movies are overrated.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Heavily.
For sure.
You want to talk about casual circle jerking?
Oh, yeah.
It's worse than the Nolanverse.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've heard people say that Age of Ultron was good.
Ooh.
I have. I've heard people say that.
Yeah, I mean,
it is not.
I can understand you going in the theater and like, okay, yeah, it wasn't that bad. I liked it. It's good. Not the good as the first one, but it's good. And then I haven't watched it. I can't watch it. I can't. It's bad. It's just bad.
I have.
It's so bad.
Watched it. It's not good.
Almost every single one of them are bad, dude. Yep. Like, in hindsight, most of them are bad.
Yeah.
Winter Soldier's the only one that's really good that holds up, in my opinion.
I mean, Civil War's
decent. Okay.
Civil War's decent.
Yeah,
first Iron Man was
the first Iron Man's okay.
Thor Ragnarok was pretty good. Thor Ragnarok's that's just because it was fun.
It's just because it's fun.
Guardians of the Galaxy the same way.
That's good.
Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 and 2, Doctor Strange they're all really good.
Yeah. Black Panther was really good.
Yeah.
Highly overrated.
I think it's highly
overrated.
That's another good one that's highly overrated.
And that was just because it's a movement, because it's a black superhero.
Right,
man.
And that's true.
These motherfuckers don't remember Blade.
No, I guess not.
You don't remember Spawn?
Yeah, I guess not.
Back in what, 1995?
Yeah, Blade was in 99 or 2000, and then it was like 99.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's
for the first
people
one.
keep forgetting. You keep forgetting Spawn.
Yeah.
You keep forgetting Blade. I don't know. Just whatever.
I do think. Yeah. I mean, I don't give a shit what people say. Black Panther is highly overrated.
Yeah. And it's good.
It's a very good movie.
Don't get me wrong.
It's a good movie, but it is highly. It was a cash grab for people who, and that's great. It's fine. You got a really popular black superhero who's a part of the Avengers now. It's made $1 billion, but it made $1 billion because of the movement. It really did.
It did.
I mean, you can't sit there and lie.
Well, yeah, and you had people going around dressed in their African garb going to the movies.
Yeah.
That's like
they would never go to a movie otherwise.
Yeah.
So we're not saying that it's not good for them.
No,
but it is. But
it's still highly overrated.
Yeah, it's still the reason to get people into the movie theaters to watch a ticket.
Nobody talked about that train fight.
That's about selling. That's about selling a ticket and getting money. That's not about whether the movie's good or not.
Man,
that's the difference.
I hear people shit on movies all the time, and then say that Black Panther was the best movie that's ever been made.
Whoa.
Or at least superhero movie.
Ew.
And, man, there is that fight on the train tracks, like the underground train tracks in Black Panther, was straight up PlayStation 1 graphics.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was bad. It was like everything else was amazing. All the graphics and all of it were top notch, except for that one part, and it drove me nuts.
Yeah.
Because, like, why even have it in there?
I mean, I don't understand.
You know what I mean? Like, I could do better shit than that on Photoshop, bitch. Come on.
Yeah. Give me some After Effects, man.
Yeah.
I'll
like, did they run out of money? Did Disney run out of money?
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
No, they just
that's Fox.
Dude, I'm telling you, they phoned it in, dude.
Yeah,
they did. They cashed it.
They probably realized that they didn't have to do anything extra.
He's dead now.
Yeah.
He'll be back
for now.
Now they'll just have to grab on the Falcon for their superhero.
Yeah. Oh God, I hope not. He was terrible. See, in the comic books, Falcon took over as Captain America, and he was garbage.
Really?
He was absolute. I
thought Winter Soldier did too. Didn't he?
Yeah.
He did.
Winter Soldier did too, and he was actually pretty decent.
Yeah. I mean, I think Winter Soldier's cool.
I only read a little bit of it though.
Yeah.
I tried to read when Sam took over. Anyway, back to movies.
This is probably just going to be my opinion, but I'll throw it out there.
I hate it.
Right?
You're off the podcast.
I think there's some really great ideas in these movies, and I think the first one's pretty good, but the Matrix movies.
Oh,
you think they're overrated?
I think they are horribly overrated.
I would agree. I would.
The characters, there's not a charismatic character in the entire...
I think it was one of those things where it was a new story.
Yeah.
It was wild. It was cool. The effects were awesome.
It's a neat concept.
It was a cool concept. Well, I mean, look what it created after the fact.
Yeah.
I mean, there's literally woke people who believe they're almost a little too woke that believe that that's what we're living in. They've gone too far. But I mean, it's created its own, I don't know how you call it, religion, but I mean, it is an amazing concept. And I think the first one might be highly overrated to the super fans, in a sense that they took it too far.
Yeah.
But, I do think it's a very great film. The other two are, I mean, I think the series as a whole, I'll agree with you. It's overrated just because of the sense of the super fandom that and the craze that it come from it. But I mean, we did get the term being red pilled. Yeah. And I mean, and that's something, being woke or whatever to come from.
Everyone just seems so sedated.
Yeah.
In the movie, it's hard for me to watch.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's not. It's got some decent actors in it, but not decent acting.
Yeah, I agree. Ed, on
although Walt Longmire's in there.
Who is he?
Walt Longmire. Remember, he's one of the agents in the first one.
Oh yeah, he is, isn't he? Yeah.
Yep.
Man, I love me some Longmire.
So good.
God dang,
that's so good.
I really thought, having said what I just said, I thought Carrie Ann Moss was going to have a big career after that.
No, she never really did she? She kind of just faded around.
I don't know why.
She did Memento, which may belong on this show. I don't know. I like it.
She was a mom in a horror movie or something too. It seemed like I can't remember which one it was.
Was she on Red Planet with Val Kilmer?
I don't remember that.
She was in one of those Mars movies.
Maybe. I hope not. That's probably what killed her.
Afterwards,
that's probably what killed her career.
Val Kilmer. I think Heat's overrated.
I'm
just kidding. I
will end.
I'm so kidding.
Everything.
Whoa.
Yeah. I just want to make sure you guys are awake.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
No. I agree.
Nah, there is.
We're talking about circle jerk fest.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. here, but we'll still throw down.
Yeah.
Be some of the laziest fucking fighting you'll ever see.
No, I agree on the Matrix for sure. Man, there's so many overrated movies.
Terminator.
Yeah, all the whole Terminator franchise.
Fucking pieces of shit.
The Predator franchise. Aliens, Halloween.
Anything John Carpenter's ever done.
Yeah. Yeah, everything John Carpenter's ever done.
John Carpenter, you suck.
Yeah, he's super.
He's be like, fuck you.
Yeah, exactly.
He's like, fuck you, man.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. That's just like your opinion, man.
I got a super good one for you guys. I hope everybody is listening. I hope this is like our
hold on to your butts.
I hope this is our most viewed
video
ever, just so I can piss more people off.
I hope you do.
Every Tarantino movie is overrated.
ever.
And that's coming from that's coming. I absolutely love Reservoir Dogs. I think it's one of the best
I know one specific. I know two specific movies.
I love Pulp Fiction. I think it's one of the most unique movies ever made.
Two good movies.
Kill Bill.
Kill Bill Volume 1 and 2 are the most goddamn overrated films I've ever.
Kill Bill's where it started. The overratedness, that's where it started.
You get people in there that I never thought would like a Tarantino film who's like, I liked Kill Bill.
Yeah.
Like, fuck
I was going to say, okay, because Tarantino had a lot to do with Planet Terror and Death Proof. He made Death Proof. So I would throw those 4.
Yeah.
And then I'm sure there's other ones.
Listen,
I'm sure there's another one I can't think of, but
it's okay to like Kill Bill. But they're good. I mean, all of his movies are good.
Ooh, not all.
Well, not all. But you know what I mean? Like, most of them are good. It's just they are highly overrated.
Yeah. Oh my
God.
So overrated.
Dude, how many people love Django around here?
I was about to say, I've still not watched Django. I still have not watched Django.
And Hateful Eight is not that good.
I did watch Hateful Eight, and I fucking hated it.
Dude, he's doing a Manson film. I'll never watch it. Ever. Never gonna give him my money. No.
Never gonna give you money.
Never gonna give you money.
I hate him.
Yeah.
And then the
I'll give Rick Astley money in
exactly.
in royalties now for singing that.
I'll I'll rickroll myself.
I'll rickroll myself all day long, every day.
I'll even do this. Yeah. I'll even do the
Carlton too.
The Carlton with it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'll sell my soul. No.
I super hated Hateful Eight, and it was so disappointing.
So bad
because I was excited for it because my dad was excited for it. My dad never gets excited for movies.
And the greatest actor of all time.
We talked about it. We talked exactly
right.
So we talked about this not too long ago. Actually,
yeah.
It's the marketing, man. It's a Western marketing to a casual crowd who, like your dad, who remembers the glory days of Westerns.
Yes,
and the trailer looked halfway decent.
Yep.
But as soon as you see that Tarantino name, you're like, oh, it's ruined.
I told my dad, I said, don't get your hopes up.
No.
And we watched it together, and lo and behold, there is a man-on-man rape scene.
Yeah. That's uncomfortable and bad to see with your dad.
I don't like fast talking in my Westerns.
No, there shouldn't be.
Hey, you guys need to watch Hostels for real.
I know.
You need to, and your dad needs to. Big time. Your dad would love it. That's a fucking Western film.
Oh, I think he already did watch it.
Did he watch it? Yeah. That's a Western film.
I think so.
I hope he liked it. Because I loved it, man. I really do think it's the best thing I've seen, best Western I've seen in 10 years.
Yeah.
I mean, and 3:10 to Humor was good, but it was a remake.
Yeah.
It was okay.
Well, you know what?
But this was better than that.
I like 3:10 to Yuma.
We haven't had good Westerns since the 90s. So.
I didn't think, I liked the remake of 3:10 to Yuma. I didn't think the original was worth remaking.
No, I don't think so either.
There's so many better. There's so many better westerns.
Just like Magnificent Seven.
Oh my god,
Magnificent Seven was okay, but
I like Magnificent Seven.
I did, but I still don't think it was amazing. So I think this is the best thing I've seen since the '90s, Western wise, since Tombstone and Young Guns, Wide Earp.
I enjoyed Appaloosa quite a bit too.
Really,
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, now
Open Rain.
There's Comanche Moon, but that was a Lonesome Dove thing.
And there's been a lot.
There's been a few. The Missing, if you count that as a Western, was okay.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's got Tommy Lee in it, so I'm going to watch it.
I like Tommy Lee Jones.
But anyway, what the how the hell did we get off on
Tarantino?
This? Yeah, Tarantino.
He's the cause of all this.
You're the cause.
He's ruined my life.
You've ruined my life. Quentin Tarantino.
I'll tell you another one. Oh well, this isn't overrated. This is not overrated at all. But Bone Tomahawk?
Yeah.
That scarred me for life, man.
I still need to watch that.
Oh my god.
I still need to watch that.
It scarred me for life.
Best actor in the world.
Oh my god. You know what? What was that? What's that other guy's name?
The guy from The Conjuring. Isn't that the other guy?
I didn't watch The Conjuring.
I think Kurt Russell's overrated.
Oh, smack you so hard.
I think Overboard is underrated.
I agree. I think Overboard.
Actually, it was pretty popular back in the day. Wasn't
it was. I was about to say. I think Overboard is just hilarious.
I love Overboard for a good comedy or
because the way he doesn't.
Kurt Russell's the best, dude. He's so versatile.
He's not doing jokes. He's just making real life stuff funny.
Yeah. He's just a good man. He's a good man. He's a mighty, mighty good man.
He is. Yeah.
Gosh,
John Goodman.
John Goodman.
Anyway.
Who's also underrated.
Yes. Oh my God, yes.
I think so.
I don't know if
the dude never won an Emmy?
I don't know if he's actually underrated because I think everybody loves him.
Man, he's just...
You know what I mean? He may not have...
You know what's funny is I've always seen, I've seen nothing but decent stuff out of John Goodman. Acting, even personal interviews and stuff. He's always been quiet and whatever, classy.
Decent.
Very classy. Yeah. Even after this whole Roseanne debacle, he was really classy. He didn't throw anybody on the bus. He didn't, everybody was tweeting and saying nasty shit. And they asked him about it and he's like, it is what it is. And he's like, well, I don't really want to get into it. I didn't see the tweet. I don't get on Twitter. I don't read that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't care. I guess whatever. He's like, well, what about the feeling? He's like, yeah, it'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Everything's gonna work out.
And he actually has a good career. The rest of them don't.
Well, yeah, he's got something to fall back on. But you know what I mean? He is a classy guy.
Yeah.
And I've always heard he's an asshole too.
Okay.
He was wearing a Missouri State shirt in that.
Really?
Well, he's from here.
I know. That's where he went to school.
I know.
Yeah. It's pretty awesome.
You know what I hated him in?
or he at least lives here. He's got a house here. You don't have.
I think he's from.
Is he
here.
from here? I wasn't sure.
He
I know he at least has property and stuff around here.
You know what I hated him in? A McDonald's commercial.
Oh yeah, the fresh quarter pounder.
What the hell?
It made me want to eat a quarter pounder.
What the hell is he doing?
I don't know.
My chair just went backwards.
Yeah, it's broken.
What the hell is he doing in that? Like he's doing. Like what the? It's like he just blew his load.
He did.
Like he filled his britches.
He may have.
That's good acting.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something about that overrated quarter pounder. It's overrated.
Yeah, the fresh beef. let me get.
Hey, let me tell you something about that fresh meat. Well, your meat might be fresh. You might cook it fresh, but your grease wasn't fresh because you gave me a stomach ache. You pieces of shit.
No, they.
I was sick the rest of the day after I ate that.
See, you know why you're sick? Everybody was getting sick all across the country because McDonald's switched to fresh meat, and so then they were undercooking it.
That's what it was.
And everybody was getting sick.
Mine didn't look undercooked. I always check middle of my burgers.
It doesn't matter what it looks like. It's the temperature that matters.
Well, I didn't notice that.
That's kind of funny because I haven't eaten McDonald's in like 10 years. And every time I see somebody pull in as I'm driving by, I'm like, enjoy your diarrhea.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
You know what?
That's ironic.
But if I eat like a chicken sandwich or eat some chicken, it don't bother me. Like it never hurts me.
Yeah.
Fries and chicken never hurt me. The sodas and stuff don't bother me. It's just none of the other food bothers me. It's just, and the burgers never did beforehand, but just that one burger.
Yeah.
It fucked me up all day
and that
long. I had a severe stomach ache for like a day.
The day you got it was the day after they switched to fresh.
Yeah. I was saying.
I mean, none of them know how to cook.
No. Well, no. No,
you know
it's all done automated for them anyway. They just throw this shit down and.
Anyway, on the movie podcast.
I mean, it is overrated. I mean, we're talking about overrated.
It's my fault. I got off on the John Goodman McDonald's
God damn
commercial.
it, Chris.
That's my fault.
You Tarantino, you're such a cancer. To this.
Well, I tell you what, man, Tarantino is a cancer on the movie industry. He really is. And then the son of a bitch has the audacity to say that Disney cares enough about him to try to get his movies blocked.
What?
Yeah, you didn't hear that?
No.
Yeah, because they released Star Wars, and so the Chinese theater.
Yeah, in L.A.
Yeah, they were showing Star Wars. Which one?
The Force Awakens.
The Force Awakens. They were showing it for an extra week because it was such a huge movie.
So it came out around Christmas time.
Yeah. Well, The Hateful Eight came out, and he said that Disney was trying to block the Chinese theater from showing Hateful Eight so that they could keep their movie in there. Like, I'm pretty sure the Chinese theater probably just wanted the higher earning movie in their theater.
They went where the money was.
Stupid ass. I hate him.
He's just such
just the 4 good movies that I love from him aren't worth.
Yeah. Apparently Kurt Russell likes him because he's in all of his damn movies.
Yeah,
and it's hard, and I respect and like Kurt Russell enough.
Yeah.
But there's obviously something there. But I anything I've seen of Tarantino, the only thing I actually can commend Tarantino on is like he's had a few interviews where they tried to trap him about his the violence and the guns and stuff like that in his movies, and how it could be the cause of certain things, and he's like, nah, that's not how that works.
Yeah.
And he actually had a pretty good interview, and he basically like shut him down and was an asshole to him after that, and then he wasn't an asshole to him the whole time, but he shut him down pretty quick. And I actually thought it was a good interview, and I can commend him for that. Like, I respect him for that. Because it is bullshit.
Yeah.
But other than, I think he's probably got an okay mindset on how shit actually works.
Yeah.
But I do think he is, but he's probably pretty crazy in other ways. And
he's crazy and he's egotistical.
Yeah, he is egotistical though. But at least that might be why him and, not the egotistical part. I don't really know how Kurt Russell is. He don't seem that way, but him and Kurt probably get along because they're
crazy.
They're constantly getting bombarded with shit because Kurt Russell's libertarian and they're always asking him questions trying to trick him, and never works because the dude's super smart.
Yeah, and he doesn't give a shit.
No, he don't give a fuck.
No,
That's the best thing to do is not give a shit. But anyway, any other overrated movies? Yes, I mean there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, I mean there's a bunch. I don't know. Man, I don't know.
I know you think the Scream movies are overrated.
Yeah. Well, I think most scary movies after like the early 90s. I think from like the mid 90s on have just been straight up
with few exceptions.
Yeah, I mean there's always exceptions, always, but for the most part I hate jump scares.
I think most of the Screams are the exception. I think at least the first two were exceptions.
Yeah. I didn't like
I liked the first one.
I didn't like
first one's awesome.
I didn't like I Know What You Did Last Summer either.
Well, those were a little bit. I thought I liked the first one, but it was not as good as like Scream. I think Scream all around is an incredible film. Yeah. Incredible movie, credible story, credible like it's just such maybe it's a good timing, but
so probably piss people off, but I'm not that big of a fan of Wes Craven.
Really?
I don't know. It's I never have.
I mean, I'm not
he's
more
psychological thriller than what I like. You know what I mean?
Oh, I like psychological thriller. But he is also a little bit more. Well, I don't know. But maybe later on he became a little bit more pop culture-y.
Yeah.
Than he was at the beginning. Because at the beginning
he was very indie.
He was putting out shit like Last House on the Left.
Yeah.
And that's not like
The Hills Have Eyes is real rough.
That was rough.
Oh yeah,
there's some rough stuff. Yeah. So his other stuff is pretty rough.
Yeah,
but when you get into some of the Freddies and which weren't all him, but you know the whole thing, the character in itself, and then the Scream movies, they were pretty. Which I don't know how much he had to do. Well, I think he did all the Screams. I want to say he did every one of them.
I know the first one. I'm not sure about the sequels.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he did all of them. I know he did the fourth one too before he died. They were supposed to make a 5 and 6, like a second trilogy, and finish that off, and they never did. I don't think 4 did well enough, even though I thought 4 was pretty decent.
I wouldn't
for a sequel, 10 years later or 12, whatever.
I wouldn't mind doing some Wes Craven movies like Last House on the Left.
Yeah, we should.
Hills Have Eyes.
We should. Hills Have Eyes is pretty.
That's hard to sit through, man.
There's some sick stuff.
Yeah, that is very sick.
They
are hard to sit through.
The People Under the Stairs, I like. It's not as well known.
Yeah,
it's really good.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
I think when you get into that like torture porn or the rougher shit, like I think Wrong Turns are overrated, and I think like the Saw movies are overrated.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I really do. I think that those kind of got trendy for a little bit.
Yeah. I like the first one, and then when they kept coming, like they kept doing more and more and more, and
and people just eat that shit up.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Yeah. I don't either.
I can understand things like The Conjuring and Insidious, and because James Wan's actually done some really good work.
Yeah.
Most of everything he's done.
I don't like any of that stuff.
Yeah. Oh, they're great if you're a horror fan.
For you,
but you're not a horror fan. No. Like you're not.
I don't like ghosts and shit either.
You don't like certain kinds of horror movies.
No. And that is what
most horror movies you don't like.
That is what I don't like.
Yeah.
If it came like you
want to be able to defeat it.
For the most part, if it came out after mid-90s and it's a scary movie, then I don't like it. For the most part.
Yeah.
There are exceptions. But I don't like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
I think you're right though about Tarantino. I think he's one of the biggest, most pretentious
He is.
Overrated assholes with his movies.
He thinks that his movie should take precedent over every other movie.
Yeah.
Because he's so artistic.
Insane.
You are not. You've ran out of ideas.
God. Oh my God. It's like, you know what I think of when I here's another overrated one for you. Oh brother, where art thou?
I agree. 100%. 150%.
I enjoy them.
No, don't get me wrong. I like the movie.
Yeah.
I like the movie. And I like the soundtrack. But man, it really was trendy with older folks and the bluegrass crowd or the old country crowd.
Around here
especially, it was really overrated. And I like the film, don't get me wrong. I really do. I did enjoy the film. And I've watched it multiple times. But I do think it's extremely overrated by the people.
Here's my thing. I wanted to like Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? But everybody kept telling me just how damn good it was. Yeah. It's the best movie you'll ever see.
Chris is a rebel. He don't like that.
I don't.
It's hard for things to live up to expectations.
I hate when people keep talking about something, and I tell Brandon this all the time. When people tell me that something is so good, I automatically think I'm going to hate it.
Yeah.
And so I went into this thinking, man, I'm going to fucking hate this. Mm-hmm. I don't like Clooney at all. I never have.
No.
And I actually liked him in this. I did. I actually liked him.
I think this is one of his better roles.
Yeah, I think so too. Burn After Reading, I thought was amazing too.
He's great in that.
God, he's great. I thought everybody was great in Burn After Reading.
Yeah.
But anyway, I thought Clooney was great. I don't know, man. I mean, it was good. It was good once. Maybe even twice, but that was another one. Everybody wants to watch it all the damn time.
I remember when we went and watched Deadpool 2, he was like, man, I wish everybody quit telling me how good this was.
Yeah, just stop telling me how good it is, because I don't want to, I want to like it. Shut up about it.
Yeah, let me see for myself.
Yeah, exactly. Let me see for myself.
Yeah,
I'll tell you if I like it.
I don't want to have any kind of persuasion. I don't want to have people. Plus, when the more people talk, the more they're apt they are to tell you shit.
Yeah.
And you don't want that.
if you guys went to a movie and said, hey, you're going to like this, you should go watch it. I'm going to take your advice.
Yeah.
When some podunk comes and says...
When 15 podunk rednecks come in on break and say, hey man, this is amazing.
Hey, man, that Old Brother Where Art Thou's got that awesome music in it. You love it. No, I won't. I do not like that music. I do not like it. Like, quit telling me I'm going to like it, because I know I'm not. I don't like that. No. Like, I don't know if they can't hear me when I'm pulling out of the parking lot. Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, they don't care, dude.
I know. Just, it's like, that'd be like if my grandpa was like, I think you're really going to dig this Roy Orbison guy. He's going places.
Yeah.
Like, nah.
Did you ever listen to Roy Orbison? Did I ever let you listen to him when you were growing up?
I do like Roy Orbison.
God damn. I get what you're saying.
That's an exception, though.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I mean, we could probably go on forever, because I can think of, like, the longer we talk, I just hate everything. Yeah. I'm just so cynical because I hate everything.
Yeah.
I can find fault in every movie.
Yeah.
Even my most favorite movies.
I'm definitely weird. I like stuff from my childhood. I like things that there's certain kinds of movies that I can defend to. I can recognize the bad, but I can defend. But oh man, yeah, there's some that, I mean, this is more just about people who really drive me nuts with their trendiness.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is. It's the same people who will change, they'll complain, get studios to change their mind and change the whole thing up, fuck everything up. And then, when they could have they would have left this, it doesn't matter whether the series continues or not with them.
Yeah. With most of them.
It doesn't matter what's being made as long as it looks good, as long as it feels good. It don't matter. They're more apt to ruin things for true fans than anything else.
Yeah.
I really think so. Same with it. I feel like it's with no matter what. It's a superhero movie. If it's a James Bond movie, there's always casuals there to scream louder than any other real fan and fuck everything up.
Yeah.
That's just how I feel about it.
Well, and I think like I was saying earlier, I think a lot of it also is like your generation. Your little time sector here of your fandom is going to be different than this guy's little time sector of fandom and this guy's little time sector of fandom on characters that old, like James Bond, Batman, Superman, characters like that are that old. You're going to have a different outlook on stuff than this guy and this guy and this guy. That's just the way it is.
Sure.
Especially whenever you're talking about something.
Well, I think
James Bond is not, and
I think it's changing things for the sake of change when it's an extreme change.
Well, yeah.
I think it's something that it's one thing to be a suave Bond or a gritty Bond, or a blonde or dark, but you have to go further than that and change history or
for
ethnicity.
For instance, there's,
why not?
And I know we've talked about this before, but there's the campy Bond that's nothing like,
and I think that's a product
the
of
actual
era.
Bond, like the true character of James Bond that was wrote in books is not anything like the movie Bond that we had for 40, 50 years.
And what that is it's established. The movie is established.
They're trying to be more true to the character, and there's a big group of people that don't like that.
Yeah,
they would rather have the non-true, True Grit. That's a perfect example. Right. Also,
yeah.
The remake is damn near perfect.
I enjoyed the remake
with the book.
I enjoyed the remake a lot. Probably better than the first one.
Like my dad and a bunch of other old Western fans hated the remake.
Oh, yeah. Wow. It's like I said, it really depends on opinion, but I think
ain't no John Wayne.
Well, it's because it's John Wayne.
Yeah.
John Wayne.
Like my dad's. I can't even understand a damn word he's saying.
He's not John Wayne. He's Jeff Bridges, and he's a better actor.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he is.
He's a better
but
actor.
like my dad was saying, he's like, he's mumbling, and I can't understand a damn word he's saying. Mm-hmm. Well,
that's how he talks.
That's how Rooster Cogburn talks. Yeah. Rooster Cogburn is a worthless drunk.
Yeah, but I mean, the thing about Bond in situations like this is you've got a 30-year history, or 50 years actually.
Yeah,
a 50-year history of this Hollywood established Bond that is different than source material, and but since Sean Connery, it has taken its own life.
Well, yeah,
it's taken a life of its own. It is still a definitive Bond as well. So I mean, it really is because you didn't do anything book wise here. You waited 50 years or damn near to do that.
They couldn't sell it. They couldn't sell it to the mass, like what we were saying about the filthy casuals.
At the time, the
people that made campy James Bond famous are filthy casuals.
Because it made James Bond more entertaining than it was.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what it was.
Yeah.
You want to be entertained by movies, so it made it more entertaining. So then that took on a life of its own. It actually made it entertaining. It made it something.
That's like The Dark Knight. You don't like the Nolan verse because it's not like the comic book that you like. But it's the same thing. Christopher Nolan took a popular character and made it casual.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, that's the same as what they did with James Bond.
Of course it is.
I think we're talking campy Bond. I think with Roger Moore, who you're probably talking about, I think you had to go that route because of the deficiencies in.
I think you had to too.
The actor, because you're not going to buy him as a tough guy fighting.
No, it had and there's a product of time for sure.
Yeah,
but like I said, there is when you have a 30 or 40 year history prior to the Craig movies of a certain kind of movie, then you're going to face backlash because it has taken on its own life. It's almost developed beyond that of what the books were. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because that's what people have known it as, and that's what I mean. I mean, it's okay to have whatever opinion you have. It's just that's what it is.
But you're going to have that in every fandom. It's going to be that way.
Right, exactly.
They have to sell.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's just the way it is. They have to sell these characters in whatever way it's going to sell. They have to sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And
we're
just along for the ride.
Yeah, and at this time, it's a more realistic tone for we're finally getting back into the comic book side of things for Batman because that's what because we're competing with Marvel now, right?
Yeah.
But now with Bond, you're getting more into source material. It's going through its motions now.
Yeah.
And but there are things where people almost make it a little too much. It's one thing to be casual entertaining, but then they want to change way too much of the character itself. I don't think that that's necessarily the best idea, but it is what it is.
Well, I mean, if it's selling, then they're going to keep doing it.
Well, my whole point earlier was it doesn't like it's not necessarily going to sell forever. You know, it's just it might sell one or two movies, but
I don't think we'll ever get back to a campy at anything.
Oh, I think there will be elements. I don't think it's going to be.
Well, yeah,
but I don't think it's going to be Roger Moore. I think but I can see a Sean Connery / Pierce Brosnan coming back kind of thing.
I don't think it will.
Oh, I think so.
I don't think anybody wants to see that.
Well,
I think eventually it will.
I think eventually it will because Mission Impossible works really well like that now.
Yeah, but Mission Impossible is more dark now. It's more gritty. It's more gritty than it was.
Tom Cruise does have more funnier parts too. Like he is a little bit different.
And I do like Craig as Bond, but I think people will get tired of it if the next Bond is the same exact way.
I think so too.
Like,
I think he should have quit.
Ian Fleming's long gone, but I remember going to the library and getting one of the latest Bond books written by someone writing as Ian Fleming.
Yeah.
And it's just dry. And
Yeah.
I can imagine Craig in it, and just didn't hold on the page. It didn't hold my interest.
I mean, there comes a time where that you have to change. You just have to change. And I think Craig's going to grow stale. I mean, it already has grown stale to me, but it's going to grow stale to others.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to change it again.
I don't know that you'll see Roger Moore. I think you'll see like a Connery type Bond.
I think you're going to see a Connery and Brosnan type. I really do. I think it's going to be because I think you're going to add a little bit more either one-liners or suave. You know, back into it a little bit more like Ladies Man kind of thing, a little bit. It won't go too crazy right now because of the social justice warriors thing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like you're not going to get rapey Bond like Connery
slapping.
Yeah, you're not gonna objectify women kind of thing anymore. But I think you're going. That's why I think you might have a tone of that, a touch of that, and then you're going to get more into the one-liners and the smooth, suave, gadgety kind of Bond instead of you know what I mean.
Well, I can see, I can see that. What I'm thinking of whenever we say a little more campy than what it was, I'm thinking the goofy villains, the super goofy gadgets
with underwater like layers.
Yeah.
I think it'll go back to that in a way too, but just not as. It'll be a lot cooler. It won't be as goofy. Because you had Blofeld and Spectre and Blofeld, and that was pretty. That was out there from the last two.
Yeah,
and I thought that was great.
Yeah,
I thought that was. I actually enjoyed Spectre because of that.
He wasn't goofy though.
He was eccentric.
Eccentric, but not goofy.
Wow, close.
He didn't have like diamond skin.
You're hugging. Well, that's overly campy.
That's
bad.
That's bad.
That's bad. When I say Brosnan, I don't mean bad Brosnan. I mean like Tomorrow Never Dies, Goldeneye. Yeah, that's a good Brosnan.
I know. I wish they'd have Goldeneye.
I know. I like Goldeneye all around. Everything about it. Speaking of underrated films,
I don't think it's underrated.
No, I mean I was going back. I meant overrated, but not because Goldeneye's overrated. I just mean we're not talking about overrated films anymore.
Yeah, we're still talking about movies.
Anyway, yeah. I don't know. We are talking about movies, though. People. Casuals. Filthy casuals like Andrew.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Don't appreciate nothing. He'll be on Twitter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's how...
I don't have a Twitter machine.
You have to put up with casuals to get stuff that
that's where your money is.
Yeah. I mean, you have to. Doesn't matter. Like Westerns, there's people that are huge Western fans that I'm sure they don't like some of the stuff that we like, but they still have to put up with it. Like Bone Tomahawk. That's not my dad's cup of tea, but he had to put up with it so that he could get a Western.
Right.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like you have to put up with stuff from casuals because that's where money comes from.
Yeah, you're not gonna sell a slow Western anymore, depending on. But now I'm telling you, watch Hostels.
Yeah,
and you'll see a touch of casual. You'll see a touch of modern style.
Yeah.
With the
Christian
with like
Bale sold the hell out of it. I haven't watched it.
You'll see a touch
of. That's what most people were saying.
You're going to see a touch of modernism because you got somebody like Bale, who's a very strong actor. You've got you've got a little bit of violence and language and stuff in it, so you're going to have that. It's going to appeal to most people now who are used to that.
Yeah.
But I think it is a good enough story and setting with enough well-known actors that even the old timers are going to like it enough that they can just put up with some F words.
Yeah.
It's not overly excessive like some, but and I think it's maybe it's different for some, but I or it's not different for anybody else, but it's different for me. If I watch like a B-rated Western flick with a lot of that's rated R for violence and language, it's different than Hostels. Does that make sense? I think if you try to do this B-rated TV type movie with a bunch of F words and some violence, and you put Trace Atkins in it, it's going to be really cheesy and really bad, and and the F words are going to feel even more filthy.
Right. Yeah.
Whereas if you put Hostels in, and like you see how serious this situation, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I think you probably you watch In the Valley of Violence, or you watch new Stagecoach movie with Trace Atkins, and then you go watch Hostels, and you'll notice it. You just have to see it for yourself.
Oh, you want to know a really bad one? It's Gallow Walkers.
Didn't even watch it.
Oh my!
Yeah.
With oh man, Blade.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. Huh.
God, it was bad. Ugh.
Any
like albinos? Yeah.
What?
Yeah, there's like albinos. I don't know.
Well,
I think they're vampires. I'm not sure.
Whatever. It's crazy.
But it's
any closing statements or anything? Final thoughts?
I hate
everything.
I hate everything, pretty much.
Andrew, you?
No, I've been pretty quiet.
He's tired.
I hate ragging on anything too terribly much. But.
Andrew loves everything. He's the opposite of me. He's the Antichrist.
The Antichrist.
The Antichrist, yeah. I'm kind of in between, I guess. I'm in twain.
You're in twain?
I'm in twain. I like Titanic. I hate Avatar.
As we speak, our legs are in twain underneath this table.
Yeah. Mine's crossed.
Yeah, I keep feeling something brush up against my foot, and I can't tell which guy it is. So it's probably Chris. He's over there smirking. All right, I guess that'll do it for this one, and we'll see y'all next time.
See you.
Bye.